anyone can fall into that trap of being inflamed for 30 seconds about something, or even less sometimes, it's 2 or 3 seconds. But I think we're getting dumber. That's my point. As an audience, I think the tools are all there to be smarter than we are now, but I think we're still even lazier about really finding out objective truths.
And I would say it's less about lazy and more about attention. Because if I can get that New Balance story up first, I'm going to get all the likes, and I'm going to get all the comments, and I'm going to get all the shares, and therefore, my social currency is up, and I have value. And that's the part of that machine that makes this very difficult. Because if you're a journalist or someone who wants to be a journalist, like that's the hill you have to climb.
Yeah.
Is up that where even someone like you almost shares this thing that's 3 years old because you weren't going to bother to read it. Now, how do you teach a 3.5-year-old and a 7-year-old or a 10-year-old or a 13-year-old or a 14-year-old? Hey, okay, so we now live in a universe where if you see a story that says McDonald's is going to make pizza, here's what you have to do. First, you have to read that story. Then you have to go to Snopes and see if it's true. Then you should go to this site to check out 7 other stories that tell it a different way. And then after all of that...
Then see the CEO's keynote that's live streamed on McDonald's corporate channel.
And then form an opinion. Now do that 1,000 times a day, and that's how you get smarter about the world around you. Yeah. So to your point, we're addicted to the attention and the dopamine, which is in fact making us dumber because we don't have time to actually sit and ponder.
You're speaking more from the content generator side of it, which I get.
I'm speaking of like
the audience.
The audience, because they want it. You bet your ass that they want the likes. They want the Instagram hearts, and they want the likes on Facebook. And if they can get true. But they're not. That's what you're saying though. Is if you go through your Facebook feed, 60% of it isn't. And you actually have
you audited my personal Facebook page?
Yes, that's what I did all morning before I got here. Audit your feed.
You do your prep work. It's actually 58%.
But lots of it is fake or exaggerated, or
and it's through whatever echo chamber that you listen to.
But you and I are friends, and if I see you share this story, I automatically think it's real because I trust you.
Right, which is a bad mistake.
Which is clearly a terrible mistake. Yeah. In this case, it is because it's wrong.
Right.
And that's...
Or outdated or no longer true. And you can't erase anything from the internet now anyway.
Yes, because it's all permanent. Yeah. And that's the feedback loop we're creating, is that friends trust friends, and your friends are sharing things that aren't true, right? Like every year we get the story that Taco Bell is using human meat to, right? Like, and you see that shared every single year. And that thing's probably 7 years old.
Yeah. And, that Morgan Freeman died again. That one's out there every 5 or 6 months. It seems like, it's too bad. He's a good actor.
He still is a good actor. He's alive right now.
This Full Exposure Podcast episode has been made possible through the support of Metro Health, University of Michigan Health, and Dr. Peter Hahn, who believe that creativity and the arts are essential to a rich, healthy, and fulfilling life.